I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like me. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Make me put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. Ain't give a F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on a brand new Beamer. Tryna earn 8 stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a Keto. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque yo no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. They shed real blood. I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Y'all just talk, don't live it. And just took that route, that seen it. I'm so outspoken like Reason. Jimmy Neutron, boy, young G's. And I'm a self-made man out of Sweden. And it's
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into episode 2 of the WAG show. I'm your host, Ben Hostler. Typically, Travis will be on here with me, but he's on the injured list. So everyone, if you're in the Discord or if you're watching this, send Travis some well wishes. He's struggling pretty bad right now. Corey in the chat, hammer that thumbs up. Correct. If you're watching this, thumbs up. If you guys don't know what the WAG show is, this is a brand new show we're doing here through Bet Karma. Yesterday for Super Bowl Sunday was the first ever episode. It's going to be a daily show, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern, every single weekday. And we're going to be going through some of the free and premium tools over on betkarma.com, giving out free bets. We will be bringing in various cappers and betting analysts to give out their betting picks daily. We had a number of people join yesterday for Super Bowl. I don't know if anyone will be joining today with Travis not being here. So I'm going to give out a couple of my picks throughout the show. Once we get in, I'm going to let some people join up in here. But yeah, like Corey said in the chat, if you guys are tuning in, please like the video. It does help us out, especially if you're watching on YouTube. But like I said, if you guys don't know about Bet Karma, we have free tools and premium tools across the website. We have the live odds page. You can check all the odds for today's games, no matter what sport. The live trends, you can see we're the only people that give this information out for free, to my knowledge. You can see where the sharp money is coming in. You can see, the handle percentage, how many bets are coming where, which is a very useful tool I use every single day in my research. And then we have the Holy Trinity, the prize picks predictor, underdog predictor, monkey knife fight predictor, projections for players on those websites every single day. If you guys are placing, money onto prize picks or underdog, monkey knife fight every single day, there's no reason not to subscribe to this tool because we have projections for all the players that you are wagering on. So how the show will work, like typically, like yesterday we did Super Bowl. Football's over now, so this will be mainly NBA or college basketball show for the next couple months until we get into MLB. I have not looked a ton into college basketball today. Now is kind of the point when I ramp up my personal college basketball research anyways. If you guys are in the Discord, dfskarma.com/Discord if you want to get in there. But I've posted a couple college basketball bets the past few days in there. But we have a huge NBA slate tonight, so I have not dove into college basketball a ton yet. If you guys have any bets, post them in the chat, and I can discuss those. But I'm going to kind of run through NBA here. We'll talk about the games a little bit, and then I'll give out my bets when we look at the predictor. So I think I can pull up There's 11 games tonight, so I kind of talked about this earlier in Discord and in my Tristan, what's up? Appreciate you tuning in. Talked about it in Discord, and I write an article every day. So if you guys don't know, on dfskarma.com, I write an article every day. This can be used for betting, even if you don't play DFS. You can use it for betting purposes as well. I write an article every morning, Sunday through Sunday, it doesn't matter, going over the injuries for the day for NBA. So obviously NBA very injury dependent. It's going to be, I wrote today in the article, it's going to be really messy all week. The All-Star break starts on Friday, so a lot of these guys are going to be resting, I feel. So injury stuff is going to be even messier than usual, I think, this week. So there's a lot of spots to monitor. Tonight, there's a huge amount of games, 11 games, I believe. So I'll kind of run through the injuries too. Let me pull up this. So this is the live trends page over at betkarma.com. You can see all of the trends, like I said, handle percentage, bet percentage. You can see where the sharp money's coming in on some of these games, which is a tool I use every single day. I will talk about the injuries, though, because there is some pretty big ones on today's NBA slate. So we're going to start off going through that. If you guys have any bets or anything you want to talk about in the chat, drop that in and I will comment on it. But we'll start out. Joel Embiid is questionable to play tonight. I feel like he's been questionable for the last 4 weeks. It's kind of the same situation every time he is questionable. If he misses the game, Montrezl Harrell is going to see, even if Montrezl Harrell doesn't start, he's going to be the big beneficiary of picking up extra center minutes. Sometimes they start Tucker or something weird, but Montrezl Harrell is going to be a big beneficiary. And then obviously James Harden's projection is going to go way up. He's going to be more involved scoring and just overall in the offense. So some of the supplementary starters as well will, get boost. Tobias Harris. Travis, I know, hates Tobias Harris right now because we have him on a big seasonal league. He's been playing terrible basketball, but even he would get a bump up with Embiid. Indiana, you can see right there against the Jazz, actually opened as, bigger favorites. Has moved out a little bit, but they have Tyrese Halliburton and Miles Turner both questionable. This is very big. If Halliburton's out, TJ McConnell, I think, will start. And, Buddy Hield would get a boost. And just overall, the remaining starters would get a boost without Halliburton. But McConnell, I think, would be the big winner moving into the starting lineup. And then if Turner's out, whoever starts for Turner is going to get the biggest boost. But we've seen multiple big men put up big lines without Turner this season. They have this trio of Jalen Smith, Jackson, Tice. Whoever starts is going to be the big winner. But we've seen Jackson and Jalen Smith both have, big games without Turner this season. So Indiana, I think, is one of the biggest spots to watch on the slate, as well as Denver. So let me scroll down to Denver here against the Miami Heat. I think that – so these guys both missed. Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon are both questionable. These guys both missed over the weekend. I think it's probably more likely that they're going to play tonight. But if they're out, Bruce Brown gets a huge bump, with no Murray. We saw Kankar start for Gordon. Jokic obviously gets a big boost. How much does Harden's fantasy points per minute go up without Embiid? It's not massive because he already has a pretty solid rate, but across the board he does get an increase. And I think more importantly, it's the ceiling that is going to increase without Embiid. More importantly, but yeah, Harden will be one of the top projections on the slate if Embiid's unable to go. But sticking with Denver, I think these guys are going to play, but that's a big spot to monitor. CJ McCollum is questionable for the Pelicans. If he's out, obviously they're already down Zion, so Brandon Ingram's going to take on an even bigger role. Jose Alvarado probably will start, and he would get a nice boost. And they have some wing guys that can help scoring, the Trey Murphys and guys like that. So that's a spot to watch. But Alvarado, I think if he starts, would be the biggest boost, as well as Ingram. And then we have Minnesota, Gobert, and Kyle Anderson. Again, I think these guys will probably play, but Gobert has been missing games. It kind of seems like he misses a game and then he plays and you think he's fine and then he'll randomly miss a game again. So if he's out, Naz Reid gets a boost, and McDaniels I think would be the big guy for Kyle Anderson. Value Miami, yeah, I'm gonna get to that at the end. I'm going through the questionables. Last one I think really is Kyle Kuzma. I just saw he went through shoot around though, so maybe he's leaning more towards playing. It's not as big as a boost as normal because they have Bradley Beal and Porzingis healthy. Typically, like if one of those guys are out and then you get Kuzma out as well, that's when you really get the value. But both Beal and Porzingis are fine tonight, and then Kuzma went through shoot around, so I think he's going to be fine. We do have LeBron James and Tyler Hero as doubtful. So I also just saw that LeBron went through shoot around, so maybe he's leaning more towards playing. Hero, I do think is going to miss though. So Strus, I think, is like the big winner there. Obviously, Butler and Bam, their ceiling gets boosted a little bit, but Strus, I think, for like a one-off guy, is the guy that's going to get the biggest individual boost with Hero out. So a lot of injuries, like I said, for NBA. That's how it's going to be this week. I'll try my best. I'm going to be here all week, guys. So Travis, like I said, he's injured, not really able to do the stream. He was struggling yesterday, but he powered through it. Not really able to do the stream today. I don't think he'll be doing it tomorrow. And then he's supposed to fly out to Vegas for the FSGA conference on Wednesday. So, yeah, I think it's just going to be me all week. So if you guys if you guys bet a lot and you want a chance to come on here and give one of your bets out, hit me up or hit Travis up throughout the week, and we'll make it happen because obviously we want to bring some people on. This is just the first one, so I'm just going to kind of run through these tools real quick and get out of here and go focus on these 11 games for DFS. But if you guys know someone or if you personally want to bring a bet on, you just hop on for a couple minutes. We'll talk, give your bet out throughout the week because I think it's just going to be me until Travis gets back from Vegas. Although Friday is the first day of the NBA All-Star break. So assuming there's college basketball, we'll probably be talking about college basketball on Friday since there's no NBA. But all right, we're going to get into the prop stuff. So let me see. Let's switch back to this for a second. I'm going to pull up the predictor, and we'll kind of look through the props for today. Have some trouble pulling it up, but work through it. So I do know that before I pull this up, one of my favorite bets for tonight, if you guys are watching, post a bet that you like in chat and we'll talk about it a little bit. One that I really like is Mikal Bridges over 18.5 points. So we have him closer to 22 points tonight in his second game for the Brooklyn Nets. I think that when someone joins a new team, it's kind of like you're kind of worried. You just don't know what the role is going to be like, right? You don't know if they're going to be more passive. You don't know if they're going to have the same shot volume. So he came out in that game. He easily went over this 18.5 point number. And he took 18 field goal attempts. So if you look at his last 6 games in Phoenix, obviously Devin Booker wasn't playing in those games. So if you look at his last 6 games in Phoenix, he was averaging right around that 18 field goal attempt per game mark. It altered between like 16 and 19. And he went over that 18.5 number in all 6 of those last games in Phoenix. So then he comes over to Brooklyn and takes 18 field goal attempts again, goes over this number. I think he's going to go over this number in a close game. He played mid-30s in minutes. It's a 2.5 point spread tonight against the Knicks. So we're expecting mid to upper 30s in minutes again. And I think outside of just awful shooting game, I think he's going to go over 18.5 points. So I really like that Mikal Bridges number as my favorite bet. I have another bet I'm going to give out. Sexton assist, Corey says. Mark Williams rebounds, Corey says. I'll look into those in a second. Aaron, what's Dinwiddie's point total at? He should be active as well. Yeah. So I'm seeing it on the books at 19.5. We have him. That's actually so the last time I checked, Bridges was our 4th highest point differential. We had him closer to 22. It was an 18% differential. And then Spencer Dinwiddie was number 2, 25% differential between our line and the books. They have him at 19.5. We have him closer, over 24 points tonight. So good spot for Dinwiddie is why I like both of those. That's a good call from Aaron. Sex and assists. Let me pull that up here. Let me see. What is Corey? What is the line at for that? So that I know. Yeah, Aaron. I think those are both really good numbers. The other one I wanted to give out is. Let's see here. The other one I wanted to give out was an assists number as well. I think I fixed it now. All right, should be able to see this. So here's some of our assist projections. Sexton's 4.5 on Underdog. Yeah, I don't hate that. I have the Monkey Knife Fight predictor pulled up here, but the numbers are going to be the same. So whatever site you guys bet on, whether it be Prize Picks, Monkey Knife Fight, or Underdog Fantasy, we have in specific the lines for those websites on the predictor. You can choose whichever predictor you want. So you should be able to see this. The assist prop I wanted to talk about, you can see it's a 25% differential in our projections. It's Kyrie Irving over 5.5 assists. So we have him closer to 7 assists tonight. He's gone over this number, I think, in all 3 games that he's played for the Dallas Mavericks. Now, obviously, I think he's played 3 games, 2 of them without Luka Doncic. But if we look at that last game with Luka, obviously it went to overtime, but he got 7 assists, so he still went over the number. And if you look at his potential assists, he still had 14. So he's averaging almost 15 potential assists per game during his time with the Dallas Mavericks, which is obviously great when we're talking about hitting the over that 5.5 number. But if you look at that game, he shared the floor with Luka, still had 14 potential assists, and that's the highest mark on the team. Him and Luka both had 14. No one else on the team had more than 5. Jaden Hardy was next up. He had 5 potential assists. So him and Doncic pretty much were doing all of the facilitating. It's a really, really good matchup for them tonight. So Kyrie Irving over 5.5 assists is the other bet that I was planning on discussing. I think that's a really good number. I think it's a good spot. So if you guys are watching this, I mean, you basically just got a free play. You can plug it in on Prize Picks, Underdog, whatever you want. Bridges over points, Kyrie over assists. You can use the Dinwiddie over points as well that Aaron brought up, which obviously I agreed. We have him closer to 24, 25 points tonight. So I think there's some good value on that as well. Corey, what is Mark Williams' rebound number? I'm trying to pull this up here. I haven't even looked because I haven't written my article yet for DFS, but if Mark Williams is like $4,000 again, I'm going to absolutely lose full. 8.5 is what I'm seeing from Williams. Yeah. I actually probably don't mind that. I don't know what we have. I'm trying to see what we have, but I actually probably don't mind that number. $8 on Underdog, yeah. So it's around the same. I would need to look into that one more, but if I pull up like rebounding numbers, I'm sure he's averaging well over double digits, rebound chances since he took over the last few games. So I guess I would just worry about the game staying close a little bit. But the Hawks are just a weird team, to be honest. What do you guys think of that? If you guys are watching this in the chat, what do you guys think of the Hawks just in general? I mean, made that big trade for Murray, and it just hasn't really worked out. And there's all this drama about whether or not, they're going to blow it up basically after the season. I don't know. There's like stuff going on with the owner. I don't know if like the owner's son is like running it or something. I saw a TikTok about it, but I wasn't paying like too much attention to it. But I mean, obviously this is a team that went pretty far in the playoffs recently. And I don't know. This is a weird team. If you guys have any other bets though, let me know in chat. We'll talk about it. I'm not going to be on here for too long just because it's the first one. And like I said, no one else is coming on to my knowledge to give out a bet. I gave out my 2. Great start of the week on the show. Thanks, Aaron. I appreciate that. Like I said, I'll be here all week. Travis is going to be out. Reach out to me though. Like, it doesn't have to be in the chat here, just like outside of this Discord, wherever. Reach out to me on what we should do on Friday, because there's no NBA. So I don't know. Like, I'm sure I feel like there's not a ton of college basketball games on Friday, but maybe I'm wrong. I think there'll be some. High total tonight. Yeah, what is that? 240 over there? Yeah. I think that's the highest on the slate by a couple points. Really, I think what's going to dictate a lot of things is just this Pacers news. I mean, it's a close game, 1-point spread in favor of the Jazz. And like, Halliburton does so much like facilitation, like his assist numbers are so crazy. Like, if he's out, like McConnell, I mean, we've seen McConnell was putting up like 50-point DFS fantasy point games a few weeks ago when Halliburton was out and he was starting. So obviously those McConnell lines, like if Halliburton is out, they're not going to post those McConnell lines until closer to 7 p.m. when the game tips off. But I'll definitely be watching to see what his like numbers get posted at, and potentially probably betting on McConnell tonight. The Sixers, I know they're playing the Rockets, 13.5-point favorites. I feel like Embiid is more than likely to play, I would say. So, and I think the Nuggets guys are going to play. I mean, they're favored, on the road. I know Hero's status is in doubt, but I mean, they're favored on the road. I'm assuming those guys are probably playing. So really, I think the only spot that anyone is going to miss is maybe these Pacers guys. I think everyone else might be in, but this close to the All-Star break, I have no idea. We could get even more news when I get off this show. It could be 4:30 and we get just someone completely out of the blue, because that is NBA. But the good thing is, if you get in the Discord for free, you can ask me questions about, even if it's not in the premium channel, you can hit me up in the free channel and I'll answer any questions you guys have about injuries or whatever. Just ask me and I can dissect it for you. But overall, if you guys have any other bets, I think that about does it. I'll be back Tuesday, tomorrow, 3 p.m., same time. I'm going to reach out to some people, see if anyone else wants to come on with me, since Travis probably won't be available. There's still a decent amount of NBA games since the All-Star break is coming up. I think there's 5 games tomorrow, so it's not like a 2-game slate or something. So there'll be plenty of NBA to talk about tomorrow. Embiid participation round. Yeah, I think Embiid's playing. I think LeBron's playing. I think these Nuggets guys are playing. So really, I think it's just the Pacers guys that we have to watch. But I'm going to reach out to some people, see if anyone wants to come on tomorrow and chop up this NBA slate. I think there's still 5 games. There'll be a big slate on Wednesday, and then I think 3 games on Thursday. So we'll have a solid 4 days of free NBA plays given out on the show. And then, like I said, reach out to me outside of here, Twitter, Discord, whatever. Let me know what you guys think we should do on Friday. I guess maybe I could look at like some hockey. I'm sure there's some hockey going on Friday. I've been known to dabble in the hockey on the NBA All-Star break, so maybe we'll talk about some hockey or something. But thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it. We're going to be doing the show every single day, moving forward when it gets to baseball season, everything. So if you have any further questions, like I said, dfskarma.com/Discord if you want to hop in the Discord. And I'll be back tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Good luck with your bets tonight, guys.